the streaming works. Let's see. Well, this is entertaining. Where is my own live video? One has to wonder. Let's see. Well, it should just be me. We have a problem with that. No, we're streaming. It's always why I start early, because I'm always like, what is not going to work? What officially will not work right now? Aha. So now I have to figure out if this is, you've got to be kidding. How do I do it? Yeah, it's public. Okay. Okay. So that should work. It does. It works. We're okay. All right. So I'm going to do, okay. Oh my gosh, this is so random now. Hey, Johnny, let me unmute you. I know I'm not sharing my screen yet. Oh, I'm getting there. Okay. We are in the Promptcraft room for games. Hey, Collect, let me unmute you. Hey, Archie. All right, welcome to Promptcraft Live. Let me go ahead and share my screen and put the chat aside here. I think this will work. It works. It works. Okay. So now you can see when I'm looking at the chat. So welcome to Promptcraft Live. Today we are in the Promptcraft room where everyone's already kind of getting the gist of the game. Unicorn without a horn. A tufted titmouse without a mouse. That one was easy. An orangutan without a tan. Oh, without a tang, maybe. A bearded lady without a beard. Okay, so I got GPT to come up with a bunch of things we can try. And first, let me give the spiel. So here in the Midjourney Promptcraft community, we talk a lot about what we call archetypes, and archetypes are the dominant representation of things in the database. So when you say a unicorn, unicorns have attributes and characteristics that are determined by the training data. They have, for example, horns. And if you try to prompt a unicorn without a horn, you can't beat the archetype. The archetype says, I'm sorry, unicorns have horns. So without a horn doesn't mean anything. Actually, without doesn't mean anything, but there you go. Or you can say, try to do a vampire without fangs. But the moment you say the word vampire, you instantly get somebody with fangs. So breaking the archetype is something we have to do all the time. Famously, I use the example of a cafe, where if you use the word cafe, just there's coffee everywhere on every possible surface. So, oh, is there a slight audio echo? Okay, let's look at that. It is possible that I am getting picked up by a second. I don't know. You guys can watch me look at my settings. Input device, headset. I can try voice isolation. See how that works. I have to keep this window exactly the right size or the broadcast looks funny. Oh, it's coming through the stream too. I can fix that. No, I can't. Yeah, mute the stream for those of you who are on Discord. And you can see that I'm looking at the chat because the chat is over there. And Midjourney is right here. And there's all kinds of garbage over there. If you want to chat in a way that I will see you right away, chat in the Promptcraft room. Yeah, right? I've been working on it. And it is a face reveal, but if you've been watching me on any other channel but this one, the face reveal was weeks ago. Because on Twitch and on TikTok and stuff, if you don't have a face, no one listens. No one even tunes in. Like they're just like, there's not a person there. Screen sharing, boring. That's like school, right? And so I have my face on every channel of Discord until now because I have to set an AI to make sure that you guys can see the same thing that the other channels are seeing. And now is the only day that I've managed to get that done on time. So face reveal time. Anyway, we're not here to talk about my face, thank God. I've been very honest with everyone about how I look because I'm all over the internet, and if you're curious, you can find me anyway. So, but now at least you can see all my facial expressions as I look at Collect and give him the look that he's never seen. So I had ChatGPT come up with all of these archetypes. And just write in mirror, right away. I'll just learn how to do that real quick. And the idea with archetypes, for those who are here to learn things and to play games, the idea with the archetypes are it's really tough. It's really tough to get what you want. Like imagine you want a clown without a face paint and red nose, or you want a clown, but his face paint is faded and dripping off, and he's holding his red nose. Right, and so he still looks, because a clown without a face paint and red nose is just some guy, probably at a children's birthday party, which is creepy. Because like once he's a clown, it's cool that he just showed up. But without the face paint and nose, we're suspicious. But anyway, so you to do that, you might have to avoid using the word clown. So I have these challenges, as you can see on the screen, and I've got some ChatGPT came with some answers. Yes. Hold on. In order to see your chat, I have to do this weird redundant thing. Yes, please ask your question. And the stream, those of you who are joining, try muting the stream. Mute the stream. I'm all giant headphone ears for your question. Face. This is me doing what I normally do when I'm waiting for questions. You guys don't know how I just like am a total nerd. Silently, like you can't tell that I'm a total nerd. Like, yeah. You're lying, Weston, over you. That's a lie.
Never.
Is it possible to prompt on Midjourney now with no personal code and no reference, just a raw prompt, or Midjourney will gen with no influence? No influence is an interesting thing to say, Pixel, because there is a default style. Even raw has a bit of style to it. Midjourney, you cannot escape Midjourney's influence, because it's Midjourney's influence that makes things coherent and aesthetic. If you want to prompt with like no influence for aesthetics, don't use ChatGPT. Yes, use a pencil. But I mean, if you could definitely not use your personal code, you can definitely not use a reference, and you can definitely use -- raw, and that will be skinny Midjourney. That'll be the skinniest that you can get. Yeah. Well, let me ask you this, just to question back. Why would you think you could not do that? Did you think that it wasn't possible, or you needed what Collector said, which is like the line to use to strip everything down to its minimum? I mean, what happens is stuff gets incoherent, and I mean, it doesn't look great. Oh, yeah. What Collector just said. So raw is the skinniest version of Midjourney's aesthetics. Stylize Zero takes the style of raw, which is already skinny, down to its minimum. And, P none, it makes sure that no personal code or profile or mood board is appended. Okay. We're here to help here at Promptcraft Live. Okay. So who else is new to Promptcraft Live? I'm squinting at all the names. Y'all are all been here before. Maybe Archie. Maybe Louis Carrillo. Collect, why are you communicating almost entirely in text today? Not that I do not find it entertaining, but I find it entertaining. Can you see now that I'm old? Like, there's no like smoothing or anything. This is just like, I mean, I've been telling people, but no, now you know. So I don't look 80. I'm not 80. Yeah, yes, my haircut. This is a brief haircut from my father's. Thank you, Naki. I'm 22. I'm 22, and I just, yeah. So, okay. So let's try these in our prompt room. Let me put the URL in your Discord chat. I have to remember for how to put the URL in everyone else's chat. Hold on. Oh, I remember. You have to do it through this. Okay, a window opens somewhere. It opened over here. Okay. We are here. So that should go to, look, see how it's only showing that it's going to Discord and YouTube? That's so annoying. Because it's supposed to also be going to Facebook. And it's not. But that's okay, because I don't think there is anyone over at Facebook. Oops. You do look like one of my other friends, slightly older, I'm not going to lie, but you do look great. Thanks. Because I'm awesome. You'll get used to how awesome I think. Right. So, a witch without a hat. I mean, a Halloween witch without a hat. This is what we're doing in Promptcraft URL that I just put in your chat. That's the challenge. A Halloweeny witch without a hat. I'm not saying it's hard, but I want to see if we can do a Halloween witch without a hat. I mean, is it as easy as saying a witch without a hat? I mean, sometimes Oh, a blonde hair witch. Okay. Long black hair Halloween witch. I mean, I do think it has to be a Halloween witch, not a. Okay, what you see, she doesn't look like a Halloween witch. Better yet, seeing her holding her hat. That's even harder. And I'm talking a boring Halloween witch costume. Let's see. How about I'm gonna put something else on her head. A Halloween witch. I'm trying to get like not a witch icon prop. Yes. Johnny gave her immense buttocks to distract from the fact she's still wearing a hat. It's a good strategy, Johnny. It's a good strategy. I think buttocks are a compelling choice. Okay, hold on. I gotta turn off personalization. Oh, I can't do it from here. Hold on. I'm turning off personalization. I'm going back to the Promptcraft room. I am running pixels. Removed her hat isn't going to work because removed Midjourney doesn't understand negations. So what Midjourney sees is a very scary witch looking at the camera, cloudy day. She is mad and hat. So definitely will have a hat in it, Pixel. So far the broom one is making me happy as here. Why am I asking you to do this? Because of course I'm going to build tutorials, and so we're like solving this. A woman with hair, wearing witch robes, holding a pointy hat in her hand. Yeah, getting the hat in the hand is something else. Oh, thanks, Bo. I like the broom. If you have a lady wearing black, let's see. Holding. Oh, very good. This is Collect is getting the witch holding her hat. Now that is advanced prompting right there. A woman with hair wearing on her head. What? This is just Wiccan robes holding a single pointy hat under her arm, holding a single pointy hat. Okay, Westendorf, try to get her to hold a hat. You know Inglando. Okay. I know. You are my collecto. I like Himbo's hag idea. Apparently hags don't wear pointy hats, but they do wear cowls. Yes, I know the word cowl. Just gonna throw that word out there. Cowl. But hags apparently manifest witch hats if you put them in black. Woman with hair on her head, wearing Wiccan robes, holding a single pointy hat under her arm. Let's see. I like it. I like it. I especially like this one. Oh, I have her holding a hat and also wearing a Halloween witch, no hat. I think remember to mute the stream if you've just joined. A Halloween witch. If I say no hat, I don't think that's strong enough to overcome the archetype of witch.
I got her holding a hat.
Really? Oh, I love these Johnny Bones.
Those are really cool, Johnny.
Oh, that's awesome. Him looking. Oh, look.
Green one. Yeah.
She looks really unhappy.
She looks possessed.
But her cat is adorable. Look at this is what if Bear comes up here and bothers me, you'll be able to see the cat, which looks like the cat on this picture.
Cute.
Hello, Wisdom and Anthony and Christine and Gabby and Reese and Avatar. It's just so you know, I don't know if you can see this very well, but these are the TikTok people. I have 0 new followers, and 10 entire people have stopped to watch the stream. It's amazing being a multi-channel. It's amazing. What we need is an advertising budget. An advertising budget. And we need to be more entertaining. So more people on mic, please. Let's go. Let's do it. Yeah, turn on your cam. You're doing this too. Nearby post, or he's holding his hat, or his hat is on the what do you call this part of the saddle? Saddle horn. On the saddle horn. So I usually say like a man with like tousled dark brown hair wearing a red kerchief. Like I just go bananas and describe the whole thing. That's how I solve this one. How do you guys solve it? I can't spell tousled. A red kerchief and that's her thing. You can try doing draft mode. The problem with draft mode is that it takes less time. Midjourney takes less time to render your picture, and so your picture may not finish, and it'll look unfinished. It'll look incoherent. But it's a great choice for just messing around, just to see if your prompt is going to go somewhere. So I got 4 out of 4. I win. Only because I have more practice than I use in class. Kinlan, I really appreciate your personalization. Oh, that's not even personalization. That's Midjourney. I really appreciate your prompting. Look at this tiny, tiny horse. Where's the horse just halfway through the fence? Oh, God, that's disturbing. I'm going to turn you up, Westendorf. I can barely hear you. Hold on.
Oh.
Is your microphone ahead?
I'm using headphones.
Aha.
Let me switch.
You got 3 out of 4 too. Yeah, they lose their hats while still wearing a hat because cowboys by definition have hats. So yeah. Nice, Bo. What kind of mood are you in? A ranchero outfit. That's gonna bring up hats. Try saying 10-gallon hat. I'm gonna put my prompt. Why is this one disappeared? I don't even know. I'll put my prompt in the the horse has the hat on. Okay. An actor in a Western. Western brings hats right in. The next one is somehow convey that it's a pirate, but he doesn't have an eye patch or a peg leg or a hook hand or or a tricorn hat. In other words, we're trying to make it convey pirate, but without the props. A pirate on his day off. Shut up, collect. Man on a ship. But it still has to say pirate. This is something we have to learn and teach, because people want their pirate characters to come up on the deck, holding their hat with their hair in the salty sea wind, or taking off the eye patch to show the horrible damaged eye beneath, so, or taking off the eye patch to reveal that he has had normal eyes all along. So these are the stories we're telling by dodging archetypes like this. No, we're not supposed to use the editor. we're supposed to be able to directly prompt this. So I'm not sure I've done this one before. The cowboy I've done, so I knew what to write right away. But I mean, I think as soon as I say a man on a pirate ship, I think right away he's going to be dressed like a pirate. I'm liking this one actually, Hebo. Number 3 there. Okay, Midjourney. All right. Okay, I like number 1. Number 2 had sunglasses. Number 3 had a stubbed arm. His arm ends in mid-arm. And number 4 only took off his eye patch, so that's not... I know, I didn't mean to do that again. I'm not using personalization or anything. Maybe I should turn my personalization back on and see if I still get thirst traps with that. Hey, collect number 1 looks good. Some dude. And number, yeah, okay, but he has to look a little bit richer than that, right? Because he's the captain of the ship. See, like my man on a pirate ship in his linen clothes, I don't think that looks like the captain. Also, why doesn't he put 300 other people on the ship behind him? That happens a lot. Has anyone figured out how to I mean, do I have to say a single man? Otherwise, I guess single man will get thirst traps again. But I mean, an isolated man on a pirate ship, and then maybe we don't get his wealth or captain status. One posh man. Yeah, as soon as I say captain, his hat comes back on. Okay. One posh man on his very own pirate ship. It's his pirate ship. I like how I can use the word pirate, and still get, oh, this worked pretty good, actually. Oh, look at that. So, okay, a man in Victorian garb. I mean, is that era? 17th century garb. A man wearing, let's see, a posh 17th century man wearing black leather boots and a red gold buttoned, I don't know what to call it, tunic, standing with holding a telescope on the balcony of his pirate ship. I just crammed a whole bunch of and this yeah. You knew what to do with that telescope. But this is the costume of the pirate.
I just realized something.
What's
the
that?
guy with the stub is Captain Hook.
Oh, without his hook on. Nice. In all of these, he's holding the telescope up to his mouth. Holding a brass telescope up to his left eye. I don't know. That did not help. Holding a telescope by his eye. He's just distraught that still no land on the horizon just after looking through the spyglass. Maybe that's a problem. Maybe it's because I'm calling it a telescope and not a spyglass. Have another swig of magnification, matey. This is my coffee. As coffee is sweetened with honey. It's very good. Okay. Is anyone else just frozen? Like,
Yeah.
okay. I'm just done, apparently. Oh, there we go. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Guys, that's pretty good. So once again, collects advice from a million years ago, which is just describe the hell out of it, is a great way to dodge archetypes. Lots and lots of you also hit the same thing. Oh, the parrot! Johnny, it's brilliant because it's a pirate icon or prop without bringing in the hat and Kinlan. I of course agree that honey and coffee is delicious. Honey and coffee. So taste. Oh no, I can't point that far. Honey and coffee. So horse. Or no. Okay. Hero number 2 is very compelling. Midjourney like the abs. Midjourney like the abs. Okay, so the next one is super easy. Easiest one we've got, I think, an angel without wings. I mean, for me, that's a blonde woman holding a lyre. She's standing on a cloud. A blonde woman wearing white robes, maybe. Right. That's really easy, right? I have noticed the reason why this is an interesting one to me, and it's the same with the cafe, that if your picture gets close enough to looking like an angel, Midjourney will put the wings in even if you don't even talk about angels. Somebody who looks like they might be at a cafe, boom, there's all kinds of things on their table that are cafes. And if you cafe things, and if you talk about a woman in white robes on a cloud, she starts having halos and
Yeah,
wings. Yeah, even without excuse me, even without asking for it. Same thing. The embeddings overlap. I knew Collect was going to do that. I didn't want to say anything because I was like, that'll be so rude if I say, you know what Collect's going to do? Collect's going to make a biblically accurate angel. I thought, no, don't do that. These are awesome, Collect. I especially love the first one. I think the biblically whatever, how do you say, people say biblically accurate angel?
Accurate. Mhm.
The ba the ba is very Big Brother, isn't it? I mean, it sounds like something you might have in the future, like drones with eyes that.
Like Alan Parsons Project.
Oh yes, they're very fit, and I always thought that was strange for an actual Bible.
Jesus is always depicted as being
Jesus is always what?
pretty fit.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's no pot-bellied Jesus. There's no had too much ale. Yeah. Southern Belle, with a name like that, I gotta unmute you just on the off chance you have the accent that goes with that. Where's Southern Belle? Here she is. Okay. Just in case you want to use your microphone. Hidden mic, in case you want to use yours. Hey, Belle. Hello.
Yes, so definitely a Southern Belle.
Oh, yes. I love it.
Yeah. I may not be as Southern as some others, but definitely a Southern Belle.
I
And from
respect that.
Tennessee.
Tennessee. Hello from Texas.
Well, hello, Texas.
Hello, Tennessee. I don't sound like I'm from Texas.
You don't at all.
It's a long story. But I've been here for 48 years at least.
Oh, wow.
So,
In Texas?
yeah, I'm afraid so.
Okay.
I'm still coming to terms with it. and I might one day get out of here,
Okay.
but
I'll keep my
yeah.
fingers crossed for that.
I'm in Central Texas, so I'm in the Austin area, which has
Okay.
a totally different vibe than it's a little oasis in a
Mhm.
vast world of gerrymandering.
So I'm in Nashville area. I'm in Middle Tennessee, and born and raised in this area.
Mhm.
And once I went to Hawaii. I lived in Hawaii for a couple of years.
Why did you come back?
It was just so far. I felt like I was stuck on the rock.
That sounds great. I want to just be stuck on a rope. I'll take Westendorf and collect with me, and I'll go live on a really pretty rock with dolphins.
It's beautiful, but I think I was homesick, and I actually haven't been back since I left. I left shortly after 9/1, and I haven't been back since. But I think I'm going to try and go 2027
To Hawaii?
back to Hawaii to visit my friends and let them meet my family. Yeah. It's not to live, just to visit. I don't think I could live.
Is it expensive to live?
It was expensive. It's very expensive.
Huh.
Yeah. I was
I
with
guess so,
my
because everything has to be shipped in.
everything. Yeah.
Unless you just
Everything.
eat mangoes. I mean, does Hawaii do anything besides technology and tourism?
Not really. I mean, there's not really. It's mostly tourism, but it's a different world out there. It's just they're just kind of their own. They do their thing, and that's it. Unapologetically do their thing. They are very traditional and like to stay in that mindset. They don't change. They don't alter much. So they're different, but it's fun. It's great. As long as you're respectful, you'll have a great time.
Okay. Wave something. Okay, so the next one is a pharaoh without the striped Nemi's headdress. You know how Tutankhamun looks with the headdress and the staff with the snake. So now it's a pharaoh who, he's sitting on his throne and he's taken all that stuff off. Maybe he's sad or something. Some rich dude in ancient Egypt is just going to produce a pharaoh. Indeed. So Collect is showing you a picture of all the stuff we're trying to take off this guy. I like how some rich dude makes him relax with a cigar, though. Good job, Midjourney. Yes, our Hawaii does technology. I just saw your text there. Yeah, they do technology. So let's see. A young Egyptian nobleman standing in front of a what's the word I'm looking for? I'm just throwing in all kinds of Egypt tokens to see what I get. Too much stuff. That's a lot of stuff. Okay. Nice work, Collect. Some bald rich dude in ancient Egypt standing around bored. Okay. Okay, hey, mine is working out. I started getting the hat, but some of these don't have hats. Two of them don't have hats. A gold snake staff is discarded on the sandy ground. Can I get him to drop his staff? Oh, I said a snake staff, so I got a snake and a staff. Heck. Cleopatra. Oh, I like this himbo. It would be very cool to know how, with Midjourney's incredibly inaccurate hieroglyphics, because these hieroglyphics must be completely made up. What do they say? Like, I wonder if it actually says something coherent. That would be funny. I don't know any Egyptologists, though. Okay. So there he is. I don't know, he's now got something on his forehead. He's holding a staff, and the staff is on the ground, and he suddenly has a zombie cat thing on his throne. But we're getting there. I don't know. Did they have red clothes in ancient Egypt? Oh, I'm liking this. I think what if we took this and instead of saying photo of some bald rich dude, we said rich Egyptian dude. So we get his coloring, maybe. Oh, hi, Wax. There we go. At least we've got some coloring now, but he doesn't look rich anymore. Okay, come on now. Rich dude. Can I get him some gold robes, maybe? There. Hey, collect. Your prompt is really getting us close. Except, of course, I once again have 100 people in the background because that always happens. Unless I say one or isolated, then my scene, there's often just every square inch of the background is crammed with extra people. The pharaohs would often wear animal skins, usually leopard or lion, as a sign of their station. Oh. Well, aren't we just whitewashing history? Well, aren't we just using what we saw in our textbooks in the 60s and now really need to just wake up and smell the historically accurate coffee? Bitcoin, very, very funny. Okay, look, if leopard print, that counts, right? Leopard print, you know what's paired with leopard print archetypally in the training data? I'm not making any claims here myself, but I think the ethnicity of ancient Egyptian people is a contentious topic. Oh. I did not know that. The next one is I don't even know. This is a list from ChatGPT, so your mileage may vary. A plague doctor without the beaked mask. But it's not just like a guy wearing black, surrounded by dead people or whatever. It's a plague doctor, and he's taken off his mask, so he's holding the mask, or the mask is on the table or hanging on a hook or something. So the plague mask, that beaked plague mask, is still in the picture. It's just not on the guy. I think whoever designed the plague mask was superior, because he really did go ahead and make it look like a raven. Huh?
I think he was a furry. Ravens.
Well, I was going to say he was into semiotics and what really was into the symbolism of it, but we go furries.
Leave it to me.
From the Blanton Museum of Art return for a second foray, where she waded in and tried to tell us about how art made with AI could somehow participate in art, capital A, museum art, gallery art, art that ends up in textbooks, art that ends up in MoMA, art that, like what type of, what would we as creators need to do in order to start moving in the direction of being accepted by the art world. And of course, it is a couple of people who are in there were just like, F the art world, because trying to define art is itself contentious or a waste of energy. Yes, how to avoid AI slop, exactly. And so that was the previous Promptcraft Live, and then here we are on Thursday, and this Promptcraft Live is all about dodging archetypes or breaking archetypes. Midjourney doesn't understand that kind of language. The token of Plague Doctor is so dominant that it'll put the mask on his head. They might put it also in his hand, but it'll definitely put it on his face. So what we're doing, as this is an advanced class or advanced users event, is we're experimenting with different archetypes like plague doctors and seeing if we can figure out the way to manipulate the prompt so that we end up with the plague doctor who has his mask in his hand like Kinlan just did. Excellent, Kinlan. Maybe that's not the first one that came through, but it's the first one I just noticed. That's hard to do. So Kinlan did an old man with a tired and dirty face, wearing a black robe and holding a beak mask in his hand and standing in front of a carriage filled with bodies covered by white linen. Midjourney did you service. It really did all those things. Great job. A lot of these worked out well. Let's see. I didn't mean to miss the others. What else do we have by way of plague doctors taking off their mask? Oh, Collect, it just has the plague doctor not wearing his mask. Okay. So I think Kinlan wins this round for sure. Wendy, that's ridiculous. He can't hear me. He's not in the call. I'm looking to see. Willie, have you been unmuted? I'm going to unmute you. Hello. Hey, George, I'm going to unmute you too. Twisted Reality. Hi. Okay. That's terrifying, Westendorf.
Yeah, number 2. That's what he looks like under the mask.
Wow. Oh, that's a brilliant idea. Reynolds Rod's like, if you're going to eat pizza, you're going to have to take off your mask, right? But this guy's too stupid for that. He's just like, "Moo." Awesome. Okay. So the next one, I don't even know how this is supposed to be done. A knight without armor? So what makes a knight like you go, oh, that's clearly a knight, and he's just not wearing his armor? No. It's not just a dude, it's a medieval dude. Maybe his armor is lying out on a stone pedestal. Okay, you guys don't like this one? This one's too stupid? Look, maybe we'll immediately put armor on him. So see what I'm saying? There we go, Kenlan. A man standing in front of an armor stand with medieval armor. Okay, so if you can make that guy collect medieval dude, then you've got it, Kenlan. A Legend of Arthur dude in riches. That's wow. Yeah, it has some features. Let's see. A knight with monk robes. Huh? A guy in a chainmail onesie next to a suit of armor. No. What is this? Midjourney is like, okay, if you want that, I'll give it to you. Look at how fun this model looks. Like, this guy is saying it took me 3 hours to get suited up in the shit, take the picture. Oh, look at that. It really is a onesie with a zipper and everything. Oh dear. Chippendale Knight. Good try, Johnny.
the furniture, not the strippers.
King Arthur in a pink tutu. I like how it's so King Arthur is so much an archetype in armor that it has to put the tutu over the armor.
Mm.
Oh, damage chase, that's great. How would you do it? If armor isn't the knighthood, I mean, would it be a dude? Man holds a knight's helmet in one hand and a sword in the other. The man is wearing a white linen nightgown. He is standing in a stone chamber in a castle. Okay, that worked weirdly really well. What the heck? Midjourney was just like, okay, here. Does that look like a knight without wearing his armor?
Yeah.
Did I do it? Livery? Livery without an L. Yeah. Would not be allowed to have personal livery. Yeah. All right. Kenlin, I think you went to Burning Man without us. Okay. Yeah, the next one is in fact where Red Rod is going, which is a clown without face paint and a red nose. So a clown whose face paint is starting to fade, and he's holding his red nose. He's not wearing it. And maybe he's got his big shoes nearby, but he's not wearing the big shoes yet. Um, he carries a pair of enormous clown shoes in one hand and a small foam red ball in the other. Or does it just look like a clown? Yeah, but put the. Yeah, no. This is definitely. Oh, I have to say he has bare feet. Barefoot, his bare feet on the wooden floor. Enormous yellow clown shoes in one hand and a tiny foam red ball in the other. I like where you're going, Kinlan. The faded face paint. Well, except for the fact that it's extremely exaggerated. Let's see. Uh, oh, that's a good idea to show him in front of the mirror starting to take off the makeup.
Didn't really work though.
Mine's not working either. Good afternoon. I can never guess what I'm walking into in this room. Plague Mask Night Clown's Livery Workshop today. Well, welcome to Promptcraft Live. What we're doing today is trying to break archetypes by taking an archetype like a clown and deconstructing it to see if we can get a man who has taken off his clown costume. You can see me striving to have him barefoot and carrying his clown shoes and carrying his red nose. But the closer I get to clown, the more clown stuff Midjourney puts in there, even though I'm not using the word. No, I am. I'm using the word clown shoes. Maybe if I just say a pair of large yellow rubber shoes, can I get away from clown? It's still giving him the red nose. Oh, because it says clown nose. That's why. Damn it, self. But I mean, it's sitting there. Some dude at a children's birthday party holding a balloon animal. Doesn't look like a clown but taking. I don't know. Collect. I cannot get him to hold the right stuff. Collect, fix my prompt. Okay, let's see. Great mixing of archetypes around. That's awesome. This one's way harder than I thought. You can't see my the results. Well, it's nothing. Here's the prompt I'm using. I wouldn't say that it's working. It's like it's almost there. It's a skill. It's a skill to work on archetypes, and it's somewhat tiring. But it's the only way to get Midjourney to produce something, kind of radically original. We will stop. We'll stop here. Having spent the first hour breaking archetypes. That's enough of that, I think. I think the clown one really stumped me. How are you guys feeling about the clown one? You think it's doable? Drinking right in the mic. Can you try holding his nose in the palm of his hand? Okay. All right. Let's try it. Wow, good works, Southern Belle. Look at that. It's still not small, but now that's an LA style right there. Well, this is very cool, but it's just not it. I don't know, damage case. Do you want to keep working on this one? Is this prompt even going in the right direction? Here. Random stuff doesn't occur to you, Southern Belle? That is looking very, very cool. I love the wig is on the side of the table.
Mm.
Nicely done. He reframed it by putting him in the dressing room so that it suddenly became sort of more appropriate for him to be, in a state of undress. In mine, I put him backstage, which carried the word stage, which made everything look like he's on a stage. Yeah, I think that's kind of it. I think I would probably, as I run that, I would put more clown stuff on the counter. Just, to make it more obvious that this guy is the clown. Yeah. Retired carnival employee. No, but that's what we're teaching damage cases, how to avoid the archetype. And the first way you avoid the archetype is not using the word that's causing the problem. So that is 100% exactly what you're supposed to do. A+, you get a trophy. You get a trophy. You get a trophy. Hold on, let me give you a trophy. You get a trophy. Your cheating gets a trophy. Damage case won that one. Kinlan won the previous one. Collect won. I'm looking for your chat. Face, yes or no? I look wholesome? Do I? Face, yes. Okay. Because it's possible, like I was expecting some people to say like, no, this is really about Midjourney and it's really about the images and it's about how to use Midjourney, and having this little talking face is, distracting. It's better. It's better. Okay. Well, that's what studies say, right? Like that's why I started putting it on the YouTube and Twitch and stuff, because apparently even a talking head, which you're not seeing. I'm not even using a regular desk. This is a dining room table that I've repurposed, so it's quite high. So you're kind of seeing just like a little bust of me. It's artsy. It's artsy. Okay. Well, good. Well, was there any there's no one who said no, but there might be someone who is thinking no, but is like, I don't want to be the asshole who says that. But I consider Collect a really good friend of mine, so clearly I'm okay with assholes. So just bring it on. Just fucking with you. Just fucking with you. You're not an
Now
asshole.
when
You're Euro. It's different.
now when you clip out by laughing too loud, we can still see you laughing
Do I still clip out? I thought I'd fix that.
every once in a while.
I do laugh a lot. Yes, he's special. He's one of my favorite people here. I'm just saying. Okay, bye. So we have a half an hour left of Prep Live. Would anyone else like their microphone? Would anyone like to propose a question or topic? Anyone want to show off a project they've been working on, a video they made? I can't leave you guys here because it looks funny if I do this, then everyone's seeing you twice. Oh, well. Would love the microphone, nothing to say right now, though. That's okay. Just in case you want to jump in. Stu, what about you? I don't know if you've ever actually said anything on the mic. Hi, Sky Papery. It says Sky Papery Stud, but Studio. Okay, I thought it would probably be Studio. A special thank you to Johnny Bones and George. You see they have the little green book next to their name. That means that they are volunteers that can take the book on and off their names as they see fit. Whenever they feel like the doctor is in, they put that green book on there and they hang out in the Promptcraft channels and on the web, and they hang out on the Promptcraft channels in Discord, and they have eyes everywhere and they just help people. And if you are the sort of person who likes to help people, you too could have a green book. You don't strike me as being shy still. Oh, that is a very cool one. That is much better than most Hollywood effects I see for werewolfing. Nice job. Was it any particular prompt or did it just work? Like, did you have to slave away to get that to happen, or was it just worked beautifully? Right? That's totally movie quality. Because movie quality always looks ridiculous. Like, do you remember when they used to do special effects with like a rubber mask and they had a mechanism in it that would push the rubber out so it would look like just a stretching rubber mask? And they were like, yeah, this is awesome. It's so real. I'm like, it looks like you stretched a rubber mask. Like, oh, I see. You did a before and after. Excellent. Oh, Colette, that looks so good. He looks like he came from Ramadan and is also a clown. Cruciferous corner. What? Did you make this? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. What the hell? Was that an accident? No, it can't be. It says Cruciferous Corner. You had to make that happen. You had to make that happen on purpose. What did you think to yourself? What? Oh, I know. When Kendra said make something meaningful, you went, oh. Oh, shit, that's funny. Oh, God. Okay. Bloody pants. It does look like it. Yeah, I see why you're saying that. Oh, my God. Uh, it looks red. Dude, look. That's not black. He's making me nervous.
Spilled a bunch of wine.
Aye. Hold on, I have to fix this. Okay. Tarantino clown. I have a little bit of trouble with color, actually. Ah, did you make that? Because that's terrifying.
That's from a movie, I think, or a series.
I can't stop looking at it. Ugh. Why do you think this Halloween's going to be wild? You think there's a lot of tension out there? Yeah. Last year, okay, we just moved to this. This is a little town outside of Austin, Texas. And we only moved here last year. And it was our first Halloween last year, and we weren't sure. We live quite close to a school, elementary school, so we thought, okay, there'll be quite a few things. And my wife is super into Halloween, so she went and bought little plastic baggies and put stickers and candy in them with little ribbons, and she made she made like 50 of them, and I'm like, what? Like at our previous house, we got like maybe one kid, or in fact nobody, because eventually we just dropped the lights and we're like, we're not doing this. And she made this huge basket of stuff, and every last one of them went to a child. We had at least that many children, and that was those kids exploring our house for the first time. It's the first time the new people in this house were going to do Halloween. So my question to you is, do you think that now that they know that we do cool Halloween stuff, there'll be more of them? Like, will be the house, like, go to that house? Or do you think, they were just curious about who lives there now that they know that it's us? They'll just be like, eh. Should we prepare for more or fewer kids?
Depends on how good their memory is and how much they gossip with their friends.
Tell them to set up, draw them into something creepy. We're already two middle-aged lesbians in the middle of Texas. What? I mean, we could put our Kamala signs back up. Himland says, in Sweden, Halloween is a big deal. Most people don't have decorations at all. Kids go Halloweening to houses that have lighted pumpkins, and that's it. Hidden thinks onslaught. We have kids, so I don't know whether, the house, what we did is a setup for more the following year or less the following year. I have candy stocked up just in case I got cheap. Unfortunately, no! I think probably our HOA is patrolling the streets and finding people for toilet paper or eggs. Did I say HOA in Sweden?
Have what? HO.
HOA. HOA is a group
Oh,
of
yeah.
citizens.
Some places. But they don't really have anything. They don't do anything regarding to Halloween like that.
They'll leave the kids alone, huh? We have
I
we have
mean,
a strict HOA. Like Kenlin, once upon a time, one of our trees, we have a tree in the front yard, and the branch, like here's the curb, like the street like this, and the tree is like this, and one of its branches went out over the street a little bit. You guys to show up and then go and remove like that much. It's
Don't you have an
ridiculous.
axe?
Jesus Christ.
What?
Don't you have an axe?
Yeah, but you don't want me up a ladder.
Oh, it was that high. Okay.
But yeah. Just don't
So
pay the
are the
fine. Yeah,
H
that's not cool.
are the HOA more on Halloween? Do they get bothered by decorations or stuff?
Yes, they actually have
Oh,
a little booklet that they send out, and they tell you what's appropriate to use as decorations. Like
Hmm.
nothing,
oh wow.
nothing that's too religious or too ritualistic or too this or too that. Like they really want you to kind of stay lowest common denominator house decorations. Like no, like it's okay to fly a rainbow flag or a thin blue line flag, like pro
Mhm.
police or
Mhm.
whatever, but you can't have political signs. Like you can't say vote for
Mm.
so and so. You can't have more than one of them or something. Like they've got now. Does anyone pay any attention to these rules? No, but what what they're there for isn't really to stop you from expressing yourself. What they're there for is in case somebody just goes like a little crazy. Like if as neighborhoods age, people start like collecting, brass dinosaurs or pink flamingos, and you start getting people who like, accumulate, let's leave busted cars in the front lawn or whatever. It's just stuff spills out onto the and in some cases that's really cool and it produces an eclectic neighborhood. Like, oh yeah, this person has like painted metal brass goats and chickens on their yard. Like that's their yard decoration. Like that's a cool house and lots of little trees, and then they're forming like Michelangelo style arcs of tree branches over the street, and and sure branches drop on cars and so on, but it's really beautiful. And so but occasionally you get people who aren't doing anything cool and eclectic. They're doing stuff like I don't know, who's the guy who just got assassinated? Somebody shot somebody? I can't remember.
Charlie Kirk?
Thank you. Like imagine if someone just put that kind of propaganda out on the yard. The HOA would have grounds to say a precedent to say that you agreed not to do that. So in theory, it's used to protect everyone from just way over the top stuff. Yeah, we chose it.
Yeah, I was
chose
gonna
it.
say, what are the advantages? Why stay?
The advantages is the it looks like a storybook neighborhood.
Right.
It looks like a storybook. You come into the neighborhood and just everything is just
Manicured.
really well kept. It's not manicured, thank God. It doesn't look
No?
artificial. It's vibes. People still have
Okay.
unmown grass and bicycles left in the front yard or whatever, but it's just really from where we just moved from was a neighborhood with no HOA. It was a very old neighborhood, and the house was built in 1951. And this house was built in 2011 or something. And it's a huge difference to us. It looks like controlled,
Mm.
So yeah, not where you live, collect. They when we moved out of our 1950s house, the people who bought it, rather than fixing it, demolished it to nothing, to a empty lot, and built a big shitty mansion out of it. So there's that. I'm just checking to make sure.
I hope one of the things they don't allow is those spider web, cotton spider webs thing that people.
Because if
This is birds.
it does, it's not environmentally safe. I don't think they disallow it, but they want it to stay on the inside of the porch. The homes all have stone
Okay.
patios that extend out to the lawn a bit, and like as long as you're on your little stone patio thing, it's okay, but not
Not
onto
the-
the wildlife.
Yeah. Right.
Why is this something HOA is concerned with, not the government? Yeah. Well, I mean, government is concerned with. I mean, the city police and stuff are concerned with bigger ticket items. HOA sweat the small stuff. On that side of my house, toward the front door, is the neighborhood. On this side of my house, outside this window, is a nature preserve. And one of the things that really bothers me about the HOA is they want to keep wildlife out of the neighborhood. They don't want deers eating the this and that, and they don't want the coyotes to be anywhere near people's little yappy dogs, and they don't want, and I'm sad about that. They actually have, and I think I've shown you this before, there's actually a service in this area. It blew my mind when I saw it the first time. I saw a pickup truck and a guy getting ready with some equipment, and on the pickup truck is the brand Wild Hog Removal, because there are wild hogs living on this nature preserve, and occasionally wild hogs, hog their ways under the little. That's not really. It's barely a fence. It's just like a string of barbed wire. The hogs come in and come play in a anyway, and so you have to then get the wild hog removers to remove your wild hogs. And I was sad about that. I was like, I want those hogs. And for a while, we put like, how you get fruit and maybe it goes old before you finish it. And we were like, we'll just dump it on the other fence so that all of the reserve animals can come. And we did. We got a herd, a group of wild hogs, and they're loud and they snorkel around in the mud and made a huge. I don't know where water came from, but they somehow just made a big strip along the back fence of mud and wallow. They made a wallow where they were playing and snorkeling to get the cantaloupe and stuff that's out there. And rub themselves on the fence because it's a sturdy fence to stop the wildlife in. So they're like, oh, great. So they're on the fence, and in the middle of the night, you just wong, wong, because the fence is reverberating, and then the snoring noise, which I won't do. And okay, I'll do a little okay, like that. And they also smelled like a cloud of farts. And somehow it got like it's a beautiful autumn evening. We got all the windows up and the hogs come in. We're like, oh, look at our hogs! We have hogs going. Have you seen the hogs? Oh, come look at them. And they're the dark little shapes. I don't turn on the floodlight. We have floodlights because floodlights. We have these floodlights that can highlight the wild. I'm like, I'm just gonna leave them in peace. Oh my god! I don't even the windows are closed. I can wake up 3 a.m. The hogs are here. And so we stopped food out for them. And the wild hog removers came. Thank you, Finland. You see, this is why Promptcraft is such a valuable event. Welcome to Promptcraft Live. Promptcraft Live, where we talk about our wildlife situation. So anyway, I rarely now see deer. We had so many coyotes that I have on my phone, like 12 recordings of just coyotes. I stood on my back porch with my phone up, getting the oh, it's just eerie. Like I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it. Listening to the coyotes, and then came cleaning up the coyote season. And in the news, you see a bunch of blonde kids, 21-year-old blonde kids in baseball caps and rifles standing on various levels of their pickup truck, and the coyote bodies laid out like sardines, just one after the other, packed together and arrayed on the ground like a peacock tail of coyote bodies and sardines of coyote bodies in the back of the truck. And they're like, we cleaned them up. Your little yappy dogs are safe. That makes me mad. Clay said to try water on a large area and collected undiluted urine in his water can, which he's been watering with on the property. Wow. The wild board on. I don't know, damage case. I hope so. We did live in the city, collecting. We were trying to come out here because we did want wildlife. We wanted the coyotes. We wanted we still have rabbits. We have lots of rabbits. Why? Because we keep cleaning coyotes. So every time they do a lot of coyotes, and all of a sudden, like, there's rabbits everywhere. And we have roadrunners. Roadrunners are massive. Roadrunners are. Can you see how big? I'm going off of my camp. Roadrunners are massive birds. They're massive, heavy birds, and they're beautiful. And they move so interesting. They move like velociraptors. And we have wild turkeys, which is hilarious. When the wild turkeys come, you hear like a ridiculous noise in the distance. It's like a completely ridiculous noise. You're like, what in the world? Because you forget you have there's turkeys nearby, so you just hear like, what asshole walking down the street going up? And you hear more of them, and you're like, a group of people walking down the street making this noise, and then you're like, that's right, we have turkeys, and then they come along the fence like.
Yeah, the gobble clip out. Yes. The gobble.
Okay.
That's okay.
Really loud. No,
Oh.
I can't do it. I can't do it. We're all about. So we do have the turkeys and the bunnies. And that concludes my apparently sudden spontaneous anecdote about the wildlife in my area. How do I even get to this topic?
Halloween, witches.
Halloween. Oh, yes. HOAs. How controlling HOAs are. The worst thing the HOA does is control the wildlife. You know, like exactly twisted reality. I live in a zoo. Yeah. Except we're the ones in cages. We're the ones surrounded by the iron fence. Yeah. We live in a reverse zoo, an inverse zoo. It is a Twilight Zone episode. You were not wrong. You are not wrong. All right. Today at 4 p.m., we have the music jam, which I haven't been able to get to in quite a while. I hope you guys are having fun in there making music videos. We have scorpions. That's what we have. Instead of roaches, when we were in the city, we had roaches. Out here, the little insect we find all over the house are scorpions. They're little tiny scorpions. They're not bad scorpions, huh? Do they stay on the floor? No. No.
Oh, really? They can climb the wall?
Yeah, I mean the walls.
I didn't
Yeah.
know.
I've seen one you go into the
Scorpions.
oh,
That's the band name.
That's the band name. Okay. Yeah, exactly.
Just a
Damage
second,
case. There's animals. We have both mammals and birds and insects. And I would like more of them. I would like the HOA to stop and let us feed the deer. And it's okay if the deer eat somebody's gardenias or something. But that I am in the minority opinion.
On my way back from Santa Barbara, I drove under the halfway newly constructed Annenberg Wildlife Crossing. Have you heard of that?
How is that going?
Yeah. Good. Looks cool. I mean, it's when you drive underneath it, you're like, that's it. But I guess it's, more than nothing. And it's a place where they tend to cross or try to cross.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. We have so many accidents here.
Yeah.
So I really like Austin. Austin has some nice. Austin being the city, not the city anymore, but they have lots of squirrel crossing cables, like this extra. Usually, just people in the neighborhood string some rope or something across between the two. Damage case says, no, you kind of have to reduce the number of these animals. Nature would usually have its own mechanisms to control overpopulation, but human settlement removes that. If we don't reduce wild cattle, the land area would be trampled into desert if you didn't reduce wild cattle. Yeah, but on the other hand, you have stuff like we should reduce the passenger pigeon, and we should reduce the something happened in New Zealand. Rabbits? They killed all the rabbits? Something, I don't know. You're not wrong, Damage Case, except that human beings haven't understood the ecosystem well enough to be stewards who should be given that level of control, because we keep fucking it up. Right. We are in agreement, Tish. I like that. Collect cities are ecosystems of their own, and therefore collect. If a city is an ecosystem, then it's allowed to have predators, and then humans are predators. Humans want to protect their yappy dogs. They kill coyotes. That's part of the city ecosystem. Mike, the answer to that question is they usually whistle on the driveway. They don't normally hop up on the car. to whistle. So we don't have deer whistle on our car. They use the yard and the driveway. It's fine. Yes, I can unmute you. Hold on. But I'm waiting for Hidden Mike to laugh. I'm going to be waiting a long time.
Yes, I can speak again.
Hi.
Hello.
Come on, Mike. It was funny. A little bit
Definitely
funny.
came in at a good time. Cities of ecosystems of humans.
Thank you. Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, we're supposed to be talking about Midjourney, but
Oh, anything goes.
now anything goes because I am going to end the event. But before I end the event, I have to do some things. A couple of things I got to
There was an
do.
event.
There was an event. Now it's not an event, but we're still going to be here. A couple of things I want to do is talk about Midjourney's events in general. If you are interested in Midjourney events, I've put a link in your chat. I was apparently disconnected for inactivity over there. Okay. Let me put the link into the chat. And the other thing is, if you enjoyed the event today, take a moment, especially since there was a, a face reveal and you want to tell the powers that be that, you know, you enjoy the addition of the face or whatever. Maybe you don't. I don't know. But you see the Midjourney events feedback? That's where you put, that's private. It's private. So you can put whatever you need in there about Promptcraft Live as an event. I love that photograph, Twist Reality. I already talked about the next event today, which is not on the calendar, but is on the Discord calendar, which is the making Midjourney video music videos, led by my colleague Kinky Kong. And yeah. What else am I forgetting? Oh, we also have a website. This website is made for and by the Midjourney community, although I do have a list of things the community has told me to put on the website, which I have not yet added. So feel free to use that site for tips and tricks for Midjourney that you would not otherwise get from the documentation. Okay, and we're done. So now I am going to stop streaming, except for Discord. Discord, stay with me. But everyone else is dismissed. Right? Stopping stream takes like 5 minutes.
I don't know. I just listen here.
It's still stopping. The streams are still stopping.